Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Saturday the 6th of August 2022. I want to use the Robin Wood Tarot for today's reading. Let's see what the cards have to say about Saturday and what energy you'll be working with. So, first card, the High Priestess. Six of Swords. So, understanding yourself, that's going to lead to a personal sense of freedom and joy. Like you have options in your life. And I love the combination of these two, like the Moon Goddess and this beautiful swan here. So it's about recognizing your own talents and gifts in a really objective kind of way. Then the Page of Swords, again, this joyful enthusiasm for the future and what could be. Like the story that hasn't been written yet. Wow, it's kind of like poetry, this. So if you are an artist, it's a great opportunity to get creative, because on days like these where you are naturally inspired, your work can be elevated and reach the next level of kind of brilliance or universal appeal, where you tap into, you know, a narrative that already exists out there, but you're tapping into it, or you're putting your own spin on it, you're reshaping it in a way that other people find very attractive and appealing. Wow, okay. So this is a very kind of summery, youthful, creative, and healing kind of energy. We've got the High Priestess, a major arcana card, so a big fundamental theme. And that's about listening to your intuition and letting yourself be guided. And here the Two of Cups, minor arcana, which is a temporary influence. And that's about a relationship that really does heal you and another person or a place or a thing. It reveals your strength and the other person's. And again, it gives you a sense of options and freedom. Like, if I love myself, if I love the world, if I love other people, and then I have the strength and the self-belief to go explore and to engage in relationships which may be the loves of my life or which may be destructive, but I'm having these experiences. I'm going to go live my life to the fullest. And then with these two cards, so both in the suit of swords, which is the element of air, ideas, perspective, communication, ways of thinking. Here again, the Page of Swords, really youthful and optimistic, and it's like, I feel certain things. She's even wearing this cloud kind of robe, and that's why I want to express them. And these shoes kind of remind me of Mercury, the messenger of the gods. Kind of, I want to get my point across. I have artistic freedom, or even I want to be understood, or I want my, experience of life to matter. And I want other people to be able to read my story, either to learn from it or just to be moved by it or to get a glimpse into it, whatever it is. It's really this wonderful, youthful kind of openness and humanity, and I just love it. It's like that I write poetry because I have to, I feel compelled. And then the Six of Swords is a journey, and usually it's kind of like, it doesn't seem very fun. We've got a woman who's kind of shrouded and she's got a kid with her, and then the gondolier is kind of pushing them along, and it's we've got the six swords in the boat. So it's either like carrying the shame and the burden with you from one place to another, and it's just the weight of it, or the six things actually poke holes in the boat, so it's precarious and dangerous to carry this load, but you still do it. So it's like an addiction, almost like a compulsion you lose control over. But here it's a bit different. So first we've got this invisible magical figure, so it's more like to do with the afterlife almost, and like passing on into a realm that you haven't reached before. So it's almost like you're transforming your life and yourself into something new. And then the swan, obviously, is something really regal and beautiful and transformative. And then here in the little corner, we have a star in the cave, which I love little details like that. Do you see that? So a light that's hidden, you see? So, well, that's what I see. I see that you look beyond what you're usually focused on. So the other people, the circumstances, and a regular boat becomes a swan. and a light, a talent inside of you that you hadn't seen becomes revealed and kind of inspires you to take this journey into an amazing future. So it's a very personal, very creative, very visionary, abstract day where you're concerned with the meaning and dream of your life and what it could be, which is so important in terms of the actual building blocks when you kind of land on planet Earth again and your feet hit the ground. Like, what am I actually working towards? Our dreams are so super important in terms of giving the stuff we do when we're conscious meaning, you know? So both this opens you up to your intuition, and it really creates this magical process between faith and fear. It seems kind of scary, but it really isn't. It's the most profound relationship you can have that guides you. And then opening yourself to other people and places by receiving kind of healing, strengthening energy and being supported by that, and then really giving a lot in terms of what you're expressing and what you're seeing in yourself and the world. And nothing is earth here. And there's no fire either. It's all water and air. So it's about your feelings, your intuition, your dreams, what exists in your mind's eye, and then what you're able to express and make decisions about and manifest, really. So that's where you're a star and where you're operating, a star, yep. And that's where you can now see your potential. And it's almost like the preparation and the research that you need for when you then do land and all the earth and fire comes in, that you're able to pursue your life purpose in a practical way. Wow, so this is like the prep work to the dream realization work that comes in future. And that's the daydreaming and meditating and contemplating and making a vision board and allowing yourself to see how could life be. There's one example with this that always comes to mind that I always thought was funny. This woman, she was telling the story and she was like, yeah, and you know, I realized at that moment that from the age of 6 or 7, I'd always dreamt and planned having a pool party at my house when I was going to be older and like 30 years old. I knew I was going to be wearing like a beige colored suit or something, and people were like, and I thought that was like so charming that, you know, that's how you visualize your future. Like you envision like pool parties, and I just thought that was great. So what's your version of that? You know, what would you like your life and the kind of everyday quality of it to be like? Okay, so the High Priestess, it allows you to receive answers from your higher self. If fear is involved, it's actually a good marker that you're going in the right direction. And it's almost like you do have a crystal ball because you can visualize yourself in your future in a way that you usually can't. You're almost feeling pulled towards it, like, you know, something is on a string and it's being pulled, or it's being magnetically sucked in. And that allows you to feel very expressive. So anything that kind of scares you, where you feel an affinity for it, and you find yourself getting more worked up about it in terms of how you want to communicate, or the amount of ideas that you're channeling or that are just coming through, that means you're getting warmer and warmer and warmer. And that then either combusts in this creative process that strengthens you and makes you feel creatively fulfilled, or it's an actual experience like that via another person or a place or a thing that then means this works backward, and it makes you feel creative and like you're taking a journey into understanding yourself better, and then that works forwards when you express it as art or performance or a piece of writing. So this is the funner way of doing it, having the world surprise you with some sort of transcendent experience that kind of inspires you and gives you a glimpse into yourself, which is then a spiritual and creative odyssey in itself, that when you report on it and write on it, it does the same thing for other people. Wow. So this is like a major glimpse into the creative process as it would work for someone. So that's being like motivated by the world and other people and places and things, or it's something that can stem from within you without the external stimulus as such, and you're providing something fabulous to the world, and that can be then a product, or it can even result in this kind of experience where it's like fulfilling for you to express these things. Wow, okay. Yeah, so dream big in terms of what could happen and where you could go in life. It's like sky's the limit, the world's your oyster, whatever you want, you can have. Like all of these are so, like the clouds and the hopes and the dreams, you know, like the hills, I mean, it's like, it's so whimsical and like poetic again. Yeah. So yeah, write some poetry into your life. Okay, I guess that sounds really corny and cheesy, but that's what I'm feeling here. Yeah, tell your story in the most lyrical and poetic way you want. If you want it to sound like that, then make it like that, basically. Okay, number-wise, have I done that? No. 2, 6 is 8, 1 is 9, and 2 is 11. 11 is the master number of service. So you can really help yourself out, basically, by dreaming big and allowing yourself to dream about what your life could be. Because this is one of those border moments or cusp places in life where you can really make it happen for yourself, and that's really giving yourself a hand. Yeah, because the universe wants you to be happy and to have everything you want. So if you can have like a helping role in that, in getting you there, then of course do that. And a day like today is amazing for that. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful time. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to audio reading with me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and the little bell next to it, and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.